Here in the United States, the attacks quickly turned into a diplomatic mess. Margaret Brennan is in Washington. And Margaret, this is probably very difficult for many people at the State Department and this ambassador's family. Tell us what they're doing this morning.
It's an emotional morning, Nora, and it was a very long night. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and her top deputies worked well through the evening and are meeting at 7 a.m. today here in Washington. The last official statement we have from the State Department came at 10 p.m. last night. That's when the Secretary of State confirmed the killing of at least one Foreign Service officer in Benghazi. During the hours that led up to that statement, press officers in Washington were fielding conflicting reports on the chaotic situation on the ground as Libyan authorities fought with militants to secure that compound. Now, the statement that came from the secretary was very carefully worded. It said some protesters sought to justify the attack on the U.S. post as a response to inflammatory video material posted on the internet. She strongly condemned the attack and said there is, quote, never any justification for violent acts of this kind. Now, that response was also partially in reaction to the outcry that erupted after a post on the website of the U.S. Embassy in Cairo, which failed to condemn a similar violent attack in Egypt earlier that day. It said that the U.S. Embassy, quote, condemns the continuing efforts by misguided individuals to hurt the religious feelings of Muslims, as we condemn efforts to offend believers of all religions. So that embassy statement came from Cairo, was not vetted in Washington, and sparked a political firestorm. White House critics pounced on the idea that the phrasing made it sound like an excuse that absolved responsibility for some of the violence. We have not gotten official word from the State Department about the expected passing of the ambassador and some of the others at the embassy. We're expecting that shortly. Back to you.
Margaret, has the State Department confirmed that there was a rocket attack on the ambassador's car? Not whether he was dead or alive yet, or whether there's been time to do what the State Department considers appropriate for families that have or relatives. But have they confirmed that there was a rocket attack on the ambassador's car as he was being taken somewhere?
They have not. They have been very careful not to go into any detail, as they often do. They like to wait until all the family members have been spoken to and until all official word has been given internally before they make a public statement. But we do expect that between the 7 and 8 a.m. hours.
All right, Margaret, thank you.